This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
There is one and only one thing that you can say that's good about the result that we just watched the Houston Astros have against the Baltimore Orioles in the first game of the three-game weekend series, and that is very simply this. They avoided being part of history tonight at their home ballpark, as it looked like for a brief moment they were going to have a perfect game tossed against them. They waited until the eighth inning to get on the board with a hit and an error. And that was it. On a dreadful, dreadful night for the Astros to kick off this three-game series. Not fun. Welcome to the Locked On Astros Postcast. If you're live with us tonight or watching it later on, we appreciate you wherever you get your podcasts. Of course, you can go ahead and listen to this. This episode is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy Transfusion. Go to 5hourenergy.com today and use my promo code LOCKEDONGolf to receive $20 off your order. Only valid through September 30th. Order transfusion-flavored 5-hour energy shots today. Well, guess what we're going to be talking about from this one?
This is what you'll be talking about.
Now, everybody's going to be talking about the fact that they didn't get any hits tonight, which, yeah, they had one on an infield single from Ramon Urias, and a throwing error that helped him get the second. But I don't think that's the main thing that you talk about tonight. And yes, that sounds crazy, I know. I think it is very easy when you watch a baseball game and watch a team lose, your team lose, to get so wrapped up in the emotion of the night that, again, I mentioned this, anytime these kind of things happen, these kind of games happen, I should say, where you just go out there and you get dominated by the opposing pitcher. You do have to remember that the other side gets paid as well. Now, look, I will completely acknowledge the fact that Baltimore's out there throwing a guy tonight that was 0-6 on the season, that being Brandon Young, of course. And he had an ERA that was over 6 on the season. I think he had been averaging 4 2/3 per start. It's not gone well for him early in his major league career. His best start, just looking at it right here, was 6 innings and 2 runs before today. And that was back on the 29th of July against the Toronto Blue Jays. Good baseball team. He had the game of his life today. And they get paid to get people out. And he absolutely executed his job better than the Astros hitters executed their job of hitting what he threw. His breaking stuff was tremendous. His command was tremendous. He went out there and just absolutely dominated tonight. Dominated. It wasn't because of a lack of effort. It wasn't because of a lack of focus. It wasn't because of this or that. Sometimes you just get beat. Sometimes a pitcher goes out there and literally pitches the game of his life. I thought that's what happened tonight. I think if you sit down and you try to watch pitching and have a general idea of how pitching works, he was tremendous. He established the inside corner on everybody. He moved up, he moved down, he hit his spots, he painted corners all night long. And then he put people away left and right. I thought that you could clearly see Astros hitters had a tough time reading the ball out of his hand. He's got some sort of deception to his delivery to where it's tough to pick it up. Because his fastball, yeah, mid-90s, but, you know, that's nothing to big league hitters. And they were missing his fastball constantly. It is okay to look at the game and analyze the game and realize, the guy pitched the game of his life tonight. And he was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And the Astros just didn't execute. Period. It happens. It absolutely happens. I'm going to be honest with you. As we're doing the show live, I'm not even going to look at the comments because I know that the comments are going to have things in them that just, they're the comments. Tonight's one of those nights where I implore you to just watch the baseball game and acknowledge when other teams can outperform you. Now, is this a good thing? Of course not. This is a bad thing if the Astros lost tonight. I don't like it. I don't like that they came out and gave up, got a big fat 0 on the board. I don't like that the back end or their bullpen, you go to the bullpen there and Sean Dubin was absolutely atrocious. I don't like that Fromber wasn't very good tonight. Gave up 9 hits. I don't like that he's on this run right now where he hasn't pitched his best baseball by any means. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they lost on the night where the Mariners won, so now the Mariners are a half game back in the division once again. I don't like it. I know you guys don't like it. It sucks. Ebbs and flows, man. You got to learn how to ride the wave. Not always at the top. Coming off of a good series against Boston, can still make this a good series, but as you know, you have to take the next 2 games to be able to do that. This is a Baltimore team that's come in and is, they're not having a good year by any means, but they've been playing better baseball of late. They took the last couple against the Mariners before they came to town. The Orioles came to town, I should say. Here you go. They come down to Houston. Got a guy that goes out there and pitches his backside off tonight, and you lose. Simple as that. Hopefully tomorrow night we'll have something good to talk about. That'd be the best thing. We'll get to that game and how you need that bounce back here in a brief moment. Locked On Astros Postcast. Need to pick me up. Maybe the Astros could use pick me up tonight. Well, it's time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-hour energy transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime flavored shots brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Whether you're out on the course or just need a little extra push to power through your day, 5-hour energy transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. Look, we've all been there. You're out on the course. I love to try and extend the day out to 36 holes. Sometimes you need that little extra boost, 5-hour energy. Golf is about good times, good people, and good flavors. Grape, ginger, lime flavor of 5-hour energy transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course or chasing down the bev card. Now you can amp up the fun even more by just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for 2 to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip. Visit 5hewin.com for rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31, 2025. One more message before we get back to our discussion on the Astros losing a baseball game tonight. Most people can't name all their financial accounts or even when or what they're worth, I should say. Whether it's your 401k, properties or investments, or when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's why there's Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone. Monarch does the heavy lifting for you. You can link all of your accounts, see clear data, visuals, get smart categorization of your spending, and finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. Telling you, linking all the accounts together is absolutely fantastic. My wife and I do it, where we sit down and get the bills done every single month, thanks to Monarch. Don't let your financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com or in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB. The Astros get smoked tonight, 7-0. They almost get perfect gamed as well, but thanks to a former Oriole and a base hit, an infield base hit, and then a poor throw. That was the thing. I mean, Young made that play off the mound. If he had just taken his time, I think, really, and, kind of tried to set his feet, he probably would have gotten an out there, but it didn't happen. And it's a good thing for the Astros. There's nothing doing a show when they lose stinks, but if I had to do a show after a loss where they went out there, and look, even the dog's mad about it, and got a perfect game tossed against them, ooh, yikes. Last time that the Astros have been involved in any kind of no-hitter, it was a perfect game back in 2012 against the San Francisco Giants. Matt Cain tossed a perfecto out there in is it AT&T Park still these days? I don't know, whatever it is. Tossed a perfect game. Since then, the Astros have thrown themselves 7 no-hitters. It's incredible. It's good to be on the better side of things, and the streak can go on to where it's been a long time now since the Astros have been involved in one of those, and hopefully that continues for a very long time as well. Now, look, they have to bounce back tomorrow. They have to get back out there. We know that. They cannot play this poorly again tomorrow. This is one of those games that you looked at on the calendar with Framber Valdez tossing tonight, and you said, hey, against Baltimore, who's not any good, yeah, come on now. It's going to be a win, and it was not a win tonight. They're going to hand the ball tomorrow to Mr. George Costanza himself, Jason Alexander, up against Cade Povich. And when you stare at Povich like you did for Young tonight, you look at the raw numbers on the season, you go, man, oh, man, Astros should probably do some damage against that guy. He does get a lot of strikeouts, but he's got an ERA near 5. He's picked up 2 wins this year, and his whip is about 1.5 almost. Yeah, that's a guy that you look at and say you should be able to do some damage. Now it's on the Astros hitters to go out there and do that, and hope that Mr. Povich doesn't have the game of his life like Mr. Young had tonight against your Houston Astros. As soon as it ends tomorrow night, of course, you'll be able to join me live here on this channel for the Locked On Astros Postcast. I hope you guys have a better rest of your Friday night. Forget about it. You win some, you lose some. We'll talk tomorrow night after Astros and Orioles.